Hello, underachievers! I am here with Corey, and today we thought we'd do something a little bit different, a little spicy, as I'm sure you have seen from the title. But before we get into that, I need to let you guys know that I am going to America.
Yay!
I'm touring in America in May and in June. Here are the dates. The tickets are in the description. Please get one and buy one. It's not expensive, and it's like, you know, if it doesn't sell well, I'm not going to America again. I'm actually banned from the country if the tickets don't sell well. So
really,
yeah, that's the agreements to my visa.
Buy as many as you can.
Yes, I'm also going on tour in the UK in September, and here are the dates, and again, the link is in the description. But yeah, on to the video.
Smash Pass.
Who are we smashing or passing?
Transphobes.
And have we done a smash or pass video recently?
We did on my channel.
That was a smash or pass about conservatives, and there may be some overlap in the people that we're talking about today, but that's okay, because you're watching this video first.
What? No.
So, I feel like there's so many disclaimers I should be doing. Just want to say that if you want to know why these people are transphobic, I'm not here to tell you every single thing that they've done wrong. Just type in their name and transphobia, and it'll be pretty clear where some of this comes from when I tell you the people that we're going to smash or pass today. And also, if we smash someone, does that mean we agree with their politics or their transphobia?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Okay, let's get on to it. J.K. Rowling!
Ooh.
J.K. Rowling, good old Joanne. So here is J.K. Rowling, you know, she's got the blue earrings, she's got the matching necklace, you know, piercing blue eyes.
Have to say smash, because you remove the transphobe thing, I'm like, yeah, I'd like J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, if you remove the transphobia, there's like a lot of like donating to charity, you know.
Pretty hot on the LGB stuff. LGBTQ, so long as that Q doesn't involve any T.
Of course it does.
No, there's no T in that Q. She's good.
I feel like out of principle I have to say pass.
Yeah.
I'm not like attracted to her.
No, well, you gotta look past. I think she's a very beautiful woman, but her looks, honestly, are unimportant because everyone's looks are unimportant.
We're doing a special pass based on vibes only, but taking out the transphobia vibes.
Yeah. Okay. Look, this is based on vibes, and vibes-wise, J.K. Rowling passes the vibe check.
I would disagree.
You gotta look past the transphobia. You got to look past it.
She has really clear skin.
She created a world for millions to enjoy, as long as you're not
trans
or Jewish.
You know what? I'm just gonna do pass. I'm just gonna say pass. I feel like if I smash J.K. Rowling, I feel that would be too much. Yeah, I'm not attracted to her vibes.
I just like that picture. I think she's got solid vibes.
Too bad she's a transphobe. That sucks. Next. Abigail Shrier. Abigail Shrier. Abigail Shrier. If you don't know who Abigail Shrier is, she wrote the book Irreversible Damage, Teenage Girls and the Transgender Craze, in which she made up some pretty terrible studies, you know, on trans people 24/7, hates specifically trans men. Don't read the book. My friend Malcolm made a YouTube video series while he reads the book, so you can check that out. The link is in the description.
I think you'll find she doesn't hate trans men. She hates confused girls.
Oh,
very big difference
yeah.
there.
She hates long-lost lesbians.
That's it.
She loves lesbians that identify as lesbians, but she doesn't like lesbians that identify as men.
Not lesbians.
Or she doesn't like lesbians that identify as anything that is not lesbians.
She doesn't like someone that she identifies as a lesbian and that person themselves does not identify as a lesbian.
She doesn't like when she sees a lesbian and they're not a lesbian. I'm very glad she did not write about me in her book. She's written about many people I know in her book.
I'm surprised you were very lucky to not be in that book, I think.
Yeah, I'm like a different generation of like trans YouTube.
You just missed it.
I just missed it.
Well, for the second chapter, the second edition, maybe you'll get a lovely little word in there.
I can't wait for another 30-minute video about me where I'm diagnosed with autism by a 40-year-old woman, you know, where I'm body shamed.
And she goes into your deep family trauma.
Next, anyway, Abigail Shrier, smash or pass. I never want to on someone's appearance, but she has crazy eyes and they make me uncomfortable.
Yes, she does. It's like the vibes coming from her eyes. It's just kind of like.
The more that I look at this picture of her, the more I want to detransition.
It's working!
So maybe that's what she's going for.
It's working! No, pass. There is nothing wrong with how she looks. Her vibe is just abysmal.
Yeah, I mean, like, J.K. Rowling sucked for the transphobia, but at least she didn't make her entire book about transphobia. I'm just gonna have to pass, Abigail. I'm sorry. I'm sure she won't be bothered by me saying that. Caitlyn Jenner.
Pass. There is nothing I like about Caitlyn Jenner.
You know, I watched a bit of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and I felt real bad for her. with the way that her family treated her. That's about the extent to which I feel towards Caitlyn Jenner in terms of positively. She doesn't want gays marrying.
Hit someone with a car, got away with it, right?
She killed someone, yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't just hit them with her car, yeah. So I'm
Pass.
I'm just gonna have to say
Hard
pass. Pass on the murderer.
Nothing from Caitlyn Jenner that I find remotely I want to be around you.
Yeah.
Let alone smash. Like, I don't want to be in the same room as Caitlyn Jenner. I just dislike her.
I'm finding it difficult to see where the line is drawn in this video. Like, what specifically it is that would make us smash or pass someone. And I don't think we need a line. I don't think we need to have a reason.
J.K. Rowling is nostalgia, probably. I'll put my hands up and say nostalgia.
Just on vibes, no. Goodbye, Caitlyn Jenner.
Just awful vibes.
So, next we have Jordan Peterson. If you don't know who Jordan Peterson is, who is Jordan Peterson?
He is a doctor, he is a psychologist, and he is a raging transphobe. He was the guy that had a big issue with the laws they were putting in Canada where you're not allowed to misgender someone or something. He was like, people will be put in jail. No one's been put in jail for it. Shut up, Jordan Peterson.
I'd like to... I have a little quote here about Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson said he would refuse to refer to transgender students by their preferred pronouns. Separating gender and biological sex was, in his view, radically politically correct thinking.
So, how does he refer to intersex people? How does he refer to people whose gender he assumes? What if he assumes someone's gender and then finds out that their gender assigned at birth wasn't what he initially assumed?
Imagine he sees like a masculine looking woman and he's just like calling her a he all the time, you know, because he sees a masculine woman and assumes she's a trans woman. But what if she's like, oh no, I'm actually a woman, and he's like, well, have you seen your DNA? Do you know your chromosomes?
I see TERFs do that a lot. I see TERFs do this thing where they talk about all of these qualities that trans women have.
Oh yeah, big hands.
And then a cis woman has it, and they assume that she's trans.
I've seen, yeah, we've been...
And she's not!
We've been in TERF groups, and we've seen a lot of arguments over whether or not cis women are in fact cis women because they have big hands, or because they have a broad jawline, or because, you know, they have more body hair than these TERFs would assume that a cis woman has. Anyway, TERFs suck! But Jordan Peterson... Smash or pass? Let's have a look at him.
Smash.
Yeah.
I chose these pictures. I chose one where I could say smash. Absolute smash. Yeah.
It's like well groomed.
So long as he doesn't open his mouth. If Jordan Peterson was like a leftist and had charisma, people would be thirsty after Jordan Peterson. It'd be like the whole Ed Miliband thing. Like, think about how easy it was for people to thirst after Ed Miliband. Jordan Peterson would have them like chasing after him.
If you just like tie his mouth shut.
Just sew it shut.
If you just tape his mouth shut.
Just grow the beard over the lips.
Yeah.
I do not want to hear a single thing from that man.
He's like daddy vibes. I don't have a daddy kink. I don't have a daddy kink, but I feel like that he constitutes being a daddy, right?
I don't want to comment on that, but all I'll say is smash Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peter daddy smash. Dave Chappelle.
Smash.
Really?
Yeah. He's
You
funny.
smashed Dave Chappelle?
He's funny.
He's funny.
He's funny. Dave Chappelle is funny. He's done a lot of good work.
This is the thing that irritates me about comedians who say stupid transphobic things, because like Ricky Gervais, I think is hilarious. I grew up on Ricky Gervais. I think he's funny as hell, but some of the stuff he says, I'm just like, do you want me to think you're not funny?
There are two kinds of transphobic comedians. You have the ones that are actually funny if they just drop the transphobia stuff, like Ricky Gervais, I think, Dave Chappelle, and then you've got the ones who just are painfully unfunny, and the transphobia is not a deviation from that.
Oh, that's their only joke.
Steven Crowder.
My joke is I hate people who are minorities.
Yeah.
Ha ha! Good one. I like that. That was funny. This guy's really funny.
Dude, you can make a killing as a conservative comic. You really got it down pat.
So easy.
It's so easy.
So easy.
Oh, dude, you know how easy it would be for both of us to just grift as conservatives?
100%. They'd so use me. I'd be the new Ariel Scarcella, but just trans.
I'd be the Amala Ekpugnobi. If you want to know who that is, check out my video.
Dave Chappelle. No, I would not smash.
You can smash Dave Chappelle?
I don't know. I don't know much about him. You say he's funny.
He's got good vibes.
I'm sure he has good. I mean, I'm not attracted to him, and I don't like his outfit. But no, I would not smash Dave Chappelle.
Have you smashed anyone so far? Just Jordan Peterson.
Yeah. We have the notorious tough Ariel Scarcella. Smash or pass?
Pass. Let's not discuss pass.
There's so much that I could say. I won't say
Pass.
anything. Just pass. BBC News.
Smash.
Smash or pass? Why smash?
I would love to smash an entity such as BBC News, because it's
Something
different than
that
smashing
isn't
a person.
real, yeah.
We probably shouldn't say f***ing, because I don't want it to sound like when I say smash that I want to f*** Jordan Peterson. I just want to smash him, you know? It's a difference.
I don't think there is.
Okay.
I would pass on BBC News specific. Well, yeah, you know, they did that whole thing. They're like, oh, people were like, oh, why are you, platforming transphobes? They're like, oh, impartiality. You can't have a trans person without a transphobe. That'd be so crazy, right? And it makes sense, right? If you bring like a black person on a talk show and, you can't just have a black person, you also have to have a racist for balance. Right?
White supremacist, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And to balance out the white supremacist, you need to have a black supremacist, and to balance that out...
Pretty much, BBC News got in trouble a few months ago for, platforming transphobes, and their response was just saying that they're impartial, so they have to do it.
Which to me says that in the bedroom they'd be verse, which kind of fun, right?
And bi.
Yeah, right? They go both ways, regardless of how awful one of those ways might be.
They're pretty rich as well.
Plus, if I smash BBC News, then I might get an in with the rest of the BBC. Play my cards, right?
Yeah, okay, smash BBC.
Smash BBC News.
Katie Hopkins, smash or pass?
Pass. Pass. No, I don't. Pass. Just atrocious, disgusting vibes.
She's got horse girl energy.
She has batshit insane energy. Like, I cannot believe that anything she would do would be consistent at all. She's horribly inconsistent and just cruel. Ugh, no.
If you don't know who Katie Hopkins is, here is Katie Hopkins.
I do make a very quick decision based on their first names, and there's a whole bunch of first names that I don't like. I don't like geographical location names.
So
parents
did you say, what about
each other.
geographic stuff?
Geographic. Oh, so Brooklyn or London.
Your child's called India.
Yes, but that's because it's not related to a location.
I also found this really fun tweet from Katie Hopkins. She says, I am not transphobic. Live your life how you damn well please. Just don't ask me to call a castrated man a woman. But yeah, Katie Hopkins absolutely passed. I think if she wasn't the worst and she wasn't a bigot, she would be so fun to hang out with.
Because she's crazy.
She's unhinged.
She's kind of like unhinged. Yeah, she is
so
unhinged. She kind of tries to fill the niche of like a woman Piers Morgan.
Yeah. She's like the woman version of your dad who just pisses people off for fun.
But she's so unlikable. And Piers Morgan is unlikable in this. I think the issue is that she's got sexism going against her as well.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
You just can't be a woman Piers Morgan. Sexism's gonna pull you down.
But
so I say more female Piers Morgan.
Next! Donald Trump, smash or pass?
Pass. He just seems hollow. Kind of like a Twinkie. You know how a Twinkie is food, but it's not food?
Yes.
Yeah, it like
take
feels
a bite
artificial.
of him and be like, it would like disintegrate.
Right, yeah,
He'd
exactly.
try and like make physical contact with him and he'd turn to dust.
He seems like an artificial man. Like someone in a lab wanted to create a human man and didn't do a very good job.
But somehow he's still here.
Yeah,
he has a great medical team. He must have a great medical team.
I think they're Weekend at Bernie's-ing it, where they just like he copped it a while ago, but they've just got him tied up on strings and little contraptions to make him wink and stuff. I think that's what's going on.
Donald Trump doesn't actually exist. There's just a man inside what formerly was Donald Trump.
It's just a man
using
in a
him
suit.
like a puppet. It's just a man in a suit. But
just hollowed him out.
Saying that, Donald Trump pass. Donald Trump when he's younger, smash or pass?
Dude, he looks goofy as hell, man.
Yeah, still pass.
Pass. He looks like a dumb racist, right? He looks like a character in a film that's like the big goofy guy, and he'd maybe like switch to the hero side at the end because he's so thick. But
yeah, he wouldn't know what he's doing. Smash or pass, Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson.
So, in Corey's video, I said pass, because Corey showed a dreadful picture of him. This picture.
Tucker Carlson is odd because he's such an evil-seeming man.
Well, no.
But it seems like there's a picture of Dorian Gray thing going on there, right? Like, all of the horrible things he says and does don't affect him. They affect some portrait of himself he's got locked in the attic.
Well, absolutely, because, like, I looked at him, and to be honest, like, a few years ago, I had seen his face so much that I considered that he was maybe a Democrat. He was on my Twitter so much that I thought maybe he was not a conservative.
Just we're not clicking on those videos,
no,
man.
And like he to me, I think he has a kind face, and I don't know how that makes sense. Terrible people can have kind faces. I would be crying, I'd be upset, and I would run to him and give him a hug.
No.
I'm not sure why.
Although, I don't know.
I've got quite a weakness for men that look a bit broken.
I'm gonna say pass, but that's because...
You said smash last time.
I'm on the fence now.
I'd smash him. I couldn't give you a reason why. I think he's a bad person.
Maybe smash. It's just hard to separate Tucker Carlson from Tucker Carlson, you know?
It's not what you were saying last week.
Maybe it's not, but
Smash or pass? RuPaul.
Smash. Oh, only in drag, though.
No, I wouldn't smash RuPaul in drag. He seems so stilted. There's something so off about him. He's so strange. It's like something like he doesn't have a soul that inhabits his body. He's kind of just like a man that just I just don't.
I told you, he's a robot that's learning to be human.
Oh, but I feel like he should have done that by now.
Nope.
There's something so wrong about him. I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I love a lot of the queens. There's something very off.
It's watching RuPaul try to interact with British queens, and there's such a disconnect there.
He doesn't understand any of what they're saying.
But it's like all joy. It's so much of it is joyful to him. Like there are people on Drag Race UK that just have regional accents, and he is enamored by it.
He gets so excited by anybody with an accent.
Like literally, someone won the competition. I think purely based on a first impression.
Yeah,
which is insane.
I don't like the way he moves in drag.
He doesn't move much in drag.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Which is what I enjoy.
No, I don't like it.
Like when he does move, when he's not in drag, it's odd to me.
RuPaul in drag, pass. RuPaul out of drag, pass.
You pass both?
Yeah.
You pass them both? Well, I'd smash in drag, of course.
No.
Can't pass up a pretty lady, me.
Smash or pass? Boris Johnson.
Pass. I hate Boris Johnson. Like, I genuinely dislike near enough everything about Boris Johnson.
He does not brush his teeth.
Boris Johnson's whole thing is looking dishevelled and unkempt because it makes him seem like a bumbling fool, which allows him to get away with near enough anything. One of the reasons I f***ing hate Boris Johnson, man.
So if he had no position of power
No.
and did not speak any of his personal beliefs,
No.
I would just see a silly man with a silly haircut just doing silly things. And I have a weakness for silly men. I hate the guy. He's literally the worst. There's not a single good thing that he has done. And I'm obviously passing. But I don't know what it is about stupid men. I look at them and I'm like, oh.
I have near enough no sympathy for Boris Johnson. I can't say I have no sympathy because I feel like I've got sympathy for most kinds of people.
Well, that's what I mean. I have a problem where I sympathise for people who don't deserve this. I feel bad for people who are the worst people alive. And I'm just like, even last week I was just like, oh, you know, I have to deal with Brexit. I have to deal with COVID. And now there's a war. Still hate him.
I feel like sometimes I catch you watching news things with Boris Johnson in them and not looking as angry as you should be.
I know. Well, I am angry about them, but I feel like, I don't know, I'll see someone looking sad and immediately be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I wish I could take your sadness away. I have issues, clearly.
Pass on Boris.
Pass on Boris.
Pass Boris. I don't like Boris.
I just feel bad for people that look sad.
I'd refuse to shake his hand, man.
Oh, God, yeah, no, I would never want to meet him.
I would just call him a prick to his face. Just want to see how he'd react.
He wouldn't do anything.
God, he's so pompous. He's
Right?
so full of himself. He always has this sense of like sort of smug superiority. Like, I'm above all of this.
He's a
like,
private
you
school
can't
boy.
touch me. Exactly.
He's a private
but he's
school boy.
running the country.
I went to school with so many people that were like him, and maybe that's why I'm like, oh, but maybe he's not the worst person. He is.
But the problem is that he's right. Like, he's actually right. Like, he is genuinely above everyone else and above the law. He can do whatever he wants and no one can do anything about it.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's move on. That guy.
No. Pass that guy.
Boy George, smash or pass?
Pass.
If you're confused about the transphobia, which some of you may be, as this man is very, very obviously not a straight man. He is, in fact, gay, but he describes himself as an old-fashioned gay man, which is, you know, that could lead to some dreadful conversations.
Gold star gay.
He claimed that transgender and non-binary people who ask to be referred to by pronouns that are consistent with their identities want to be offended because they think that whatever's going on for them is much more important than anyone else.
Hey, man, my name, I know my name is Nicholas. Can you call me Nick, instead, please?
You think you're that important that I care about how I refer to you?
Oh, I see.
Nicholas?
Oh, okay, I see. Hoo-hoo. Hey, can you just refer to me by something that I prefer? It's not hard. It's like,
really not
you
hard.
are the one that is being easily offended if the very suggestion of someone asking you to call themselves something different, like, is enough for you to be like, no, I don't want to. You're the word. Shut up.
Imagine being like 3/4 of the way through your life and being afraid of somebody using they, them pronouns.
Weird hill to die on.
Really? Yeah.
A very weird hill to die on. Especially when, like, you're so gay and, like, you're very openly gay and you wear makeup and dress oddly, like...
The fact that he's upset that trans people are making things about them when he's very clearly, like, very self-absorbed.
I don't pass, obviously, but I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Smash or pass, Candace Owens.
Smash.
She's very attractive.
She's a very good-looking woman.
She doesn't look like a horrible person.
She has unhinged vibes, but not necessarily bad unhinged
She looks
vibes.
quirky. She doesn't look transphobic.
She looks fun unhinged.
Yeah.
Fun hinged.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like the kind of unhinged that you go on a night out and she doesn't say no to like anything. She's
Yeah.
up for anything. She's suggesting to do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And you end up having like a very wild night, but a very fun time.
Okay, that's very specific.
Yeah, I feel like that's why Smash. I think she's got good vibes.
So a fun thing that Candace Owen said about somebody's child, this child identifies as a trans girl. Did he learn it from Instagram? Did he learn it in school? Did he learn it in a music video? Your child learned this behaviour because there was an absence of masculinity in that child's life, and that makes sense for a basketball player.
Why do they always come up with... Okay, this is what bothers me.
Yeah.
Transphobes will always come up with some reason that a kid ends up trans.
Oh,
Whether
yeah.
it's like, oh, your father wasn't present, or your father was too present.
Can I say my reasons?
What's your reason?
I went to boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably autistic.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a close enough relationship with my father, which is not untrue. But
You're pretty close to your dad, but okay, carry on.
there are several reasons that people try and tell me that I'm trans, but they always come up with something interesting. Instagram, that's one we've heard before, you know.
So, how many trans people were there at your boarding school? Given that boarding
None.
schools turn people trans.
None.
No?
None.
No, you'd think it'd be a cesspool for that kind of stuff.
No.
For that kind of
No.
depravity.
Depravity. Okay.
It's so funny. You could give any reasoning you want, and they'll be like, "Well, it's because of this." No, what? Shut up.
Last one, smash or pass, Andrzej Duda.
Who is that?
He's the president of Poland.
Oh, I guess he has a very kind-looking face. Pass.
I disagree.
not my type.
I disagree about the kind-looking face. But yeah, pass, of course. Do you know of any Andrzej Duda quotes?
No, I didn't know that the head of Poland was, I was going to say gay. What was it? Transphobic. I didn't know the head of Poland was transphobic.
Apparently, the Polish president issues campaign pledge to fight LGBT ideology.
That makes sense. They're getting very powerful.
Yeah.
They're getting very strong.
It's really strange how it's an ideology. Like, it's so strange how it's turned into this, like, political movement when it's literally just people don't want to the opposite sex, or, you know, they don't identify with the gender they're assigned at birth. It's just really confusing how that's been politicized. Because it's really not.
It's not even necessarily just don't want to the opposite sex. It's just, I want to the same sex sometimes.
But maybe sometimes people just want to and they don't just want to who you expect they want to
It's only a political ideology because you won't let people who they want and marry who they want.
That's weird.
Like,
I think that's weird.
You made it political, my friend.
Right?
You decided this. Just let people kind of, you know, do what they want.
But yeah, pass, obviously. That's the end of the smash or passes. Have you got anything to say? Anything interesting?
This was horrible, and I hated every minute of it.
Me too. Have a good day, alright? See you later, losers. Goodbye. Buy my concert tickets.
Watch the video that we made on my channel.
Do that too, but firstly, buy my concert tickets.
Then sell them.